Joan, get me a Snapple.
That's right, Squatchers. Usually we have Mr. Announcer Man here. But unfortunately, he's not feeling so well tonight. So we're going live without him because that's what we're going to do. Tonight on the Squatchers Lounge podcast, Les and the Reverend Jeff will bring you Black Friday gifts for the Squatcher. That's right. Coming right up here in just a moment.
Why gotta be a Black Friday?
You love me. You really love me.
That's right, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. It's the Black Friday edition of the Squatchers Lounge podcast. I'm the host, the Reverend Jeff Kelly, and sitting in for the Dr. David Batdorf tonight is your old pal Wes of WesLosner.com. Yes, that's right. He is the Sith Lord on the podcast tonight. We are going to miss the Dr. David Batdorf tonight, but unfortunately, he is very, very not feeling well at all. So, we're going to go ahead and kind of forego the news tonight because there really wasn't a whole lot going on except for just a couple of things that I have to bring up. First thing is a good thing, so let's go ahead and bring that forward up here. I'm a fan of the Gold shows. I don't know if you guys out there are. I watch Gold Rush on Friday nights and half of the last 5 seasons. Todd Hoffman of the Gold Rush says, well, I'm sure you guys have heard the news by now that Bigfoot was spotted at my mine this year. My guy's been keeping it very quiet about it because Christo Doyle hasn't said a word. I will hopefully do a live broadcast soon about what we saw. Kevin Hyatt and I and a few of us saw it. I'll announce the live broadcast. Just look for the subject words, Squatch Klondike. Todd signing out. I'm on a jet heading to see my lovely wife and perfect children. So that's right. So while they were up there gold mining in the Klondike, and they're only up there from like April to October, apparently there was a Sam Squinch live exciting viewing by the guys on his claim, and that'll be really interesting to see. Now, I sent you that when I got that information. What did you ask me? Is that real?
Yeah.
Well, we're really not sure whether it's going to be real or not, but apparently they're going to have a show about it. One of the other...
I would conspiracy theory the hell out of it and say that it's some kind of deal that they're doing with finding Bigfoot, and there's going to be this joint show, and Bobo finds $1 million nugget.
It's just going to be some more docutainment for the History Channel. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Meldrum will be there.
It is on the Discovery Channel, so I guess we'll have to check it out and see. Keep an eye out.
I called it first.
For Squatch.
Meldrum will be on the show. Watch.
Right. And this one I've got just titled, Holy Shit. Matthew Johnson claims that the Oregon Vortex House of Mystery is closed from November through February, so they're unable to obtain the residual energy necessary from the vortex in order to open up the portal in his southern Oregon habituation area. They're going to try again in March. What? I mean, my brain, when these people post these things. Now, Carmine Biscardi, I'm sorry I stole your post out of Bigfoot Battle Battalion, but it just, God bless it, man. Seriously, who feeds this delusional jackass to keep, and that's the night before Thanksgiving. I can't even get going that far into it, but
come on.
Portal Gate will definitely continue after the holiday. Holy sheep shit. Look at this crap. Look, I'm really trying not to bash the woo people in general. I know you're anti-woo as anti-woo can get, and you deserve Mary's torture, boy. She'll come right back at you with your anti-woo. But this shit's ridiculous. I mean, what the Vortex House of Mystery has been debunked several times on several television shows by people we don't care about. If there was some kind of an energy there, Mr. Johnson, the government would own it and it would be shut down and put up, and they'd be doing experimentation on top of it. So that tells me that there's no real vortex power going on there in the first place. But we'll check back with you in March. How much you want to bet? I'm going to call it out now that whatever his Washington habituation area, it's got the portal next. Too much snow to go to Oregon right now there, Mr. Johnson? Holy crap. Well, that's going to wrap it up for what we're going to cover in the news tonight. So let's take a look at what the Black Friday special is. Old Santa Jeff here. The beer doesn't turn white until Christmas Eve has found for you guys out there. Now, I did some real looking, and I found some really interesting things, but we're not going to go through a million of them. I just got a few of them up there for you to take a look at. Of course, we're going to start out with the new FLIR Scout 2. This is the premier thing. If you want a thermal, this is what everybody runs out and wants to buy. They're like $2,500, but for Black Friday, they're going to give you $500 returned if you buy it from an authorized dealer. And these suckers are getting up to be 640 by 480s in pixels, man. That's pretty friggin' big. It's not HD yet, but they're getting to be a whole lot bigger than they ever. That's twice the size of a 320, of course. And I believe what they caught up in the Sierras was a 240. So this is 3 times the resolution of that, which means we can blow it up 3 times bigger and still keep the detail. They do still run around $5,000 by the time you get the record feature on there and everything out there. But some people will save it and some people have it. So check this one out at FLIR. What do you think, Wes? You a FLIR? Are you a FLIR fan?
Yeah, dude. If I could afford it, man, I'd be buying all of us one of them suckers.
Yeah, man. This I would actually like to own a FLIR. I've used a few of them. It's not great for long-term use, but boy, if you want to scan the outsides out there, because it'll ruin your night vision, is what happens. It just tunes in. You know, if that's what you're gonna do all night is scan with a thermal, they're fantastic, and FLIR's got a good setup to look at. Next. Okay, Cabela's is having a damn good deal on a 4,750 kilowatt gas run generator. Now, I mean, I know y'all say, well, that ain't camping. Well, we're squatching here. We got a lot of equipment that we've got to charge up. This will get the job done. This is like half of your house service. I think your house service is only like 10,000 watts. So this is like half of your house service in a little compact 4-stroke, clean running, 50 state rated champion of a little generator. I mean, dude, seriously, 3,800 watt continuous output. That's a lot of power. And I run with some of the guys that bring some of these things with them, and they're very, very invaluable. Taking $100 off of a $500, knocking it down to $400, that puts it in a real good range. What are you thinking, Wes? You like something like this?
But how loud is it?
They're not very loud. The new ones really aren't. I mean, yes, they are noisy, but you're running them during the day. You're not out there running it at night. But I would say you can hear it for 40 yards maybe, and then it's just a light putter, past that. So they're not. It's not like they're running a chainsaw. A chainsaw can be heard for miles. Where these little things, they're really quite quiet out there. So you can keep your eyeball out for a good price on a generator, because it will definitely be something to look at.
Yeah, I was going to bring this up. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the 3D Robotics Iris quadcopter drone. Fly your friggin' not your phone, but your friggin' GoPro with a gimbal for $599. Finding them with a gimbal for under $1,000 is just like, forget it. This thing flies for 16 to 22 minutes, and it's done by 3D Robotics, which is just a company that's not just junk. What were you going to say about these, Wes?
I've seen a lot of them go, and I've even actually flown one a little bit, or watched one through the goggles or whatever as the first person flyer, to it. And I think these things they're gonna get better, and they're gonna get a cheaper price, and with more of those flying around cameras, I definitely see something happening with these things, even though they are invasive.
They are invasive, and you're not allowed to fly them within 5 miles of an airport, people. That was one of the things that I had on my personal Facebook page in the past couple of weeks. If you are within 5 miles of an airport, the airport owns from zero ground to infinity. Don't be flying your drones around the airport. It's dangerous. Just don't do it. But if you're out flying them in a safe place, what's nice about these is you can get awesome aerial footage without having to hire a helicopter. Sorry, helicopter pilots, but you're probably going to be looking for other work. But one thing I'd like to say about the drone manufacturers, if you guys ever happen to know somebody who makes these things or have any input with how these things get done, they need to put a GPS locator inside of the drone so that when that sumbitch just flies off like poor Rowdy's is somewhere within 300 feet of the film site down there, or the campsite down there at Bluff Creek, he can't find it because there's no locator on the damn thing. So drone manufacturers put a locator in the drone so that should something happen to it, we can track it down and, put in an app, find your drone.
And maybe a little solar panel on the top of it, so when you're flying it during the day, it just stays charging itself.
That would never be. It would extend the life of it for sure, but it would depend on the weight of the whole solar and the battery and blah blah blah. But that'd be an interesting concept as well.
Yeah, did I just create something?
You may have
me, Bill Gates.
Copyright your old pal Wes, Sir Wes Losner of the Squatchers Lounge. That's right. We deemed him Sir Wes. Okay, David and I talk about this one.
People, if you're out there, smart people, and you heard that idea, go make it happen. And just cut me a little share of it. I just want a little bite. You have the rest.
That's right.
You do all the work.
David and I talk about these Garmin GPS locators, and this is exactly what we were just talking about, adding to the drone, but in a much smaller capacity. Yeah, you definitely want to check it out. They've got them on sale for $4.99 to $6.49. These little suckers, once you buy the map downloads for them, which isn't much. I mean, they're $8. I mean, they're not a fortune. You get topographical maps of everything you ever wanted to see about an area. They give you your wind conditions, weather. There's all kind of stuff. They've got them even now that have the 4G hookups on them to where you can send messages from wherever you are. Can send and receive messages or email. So check out the GPS units for the Black Friday specials as well. You want one of these things?
Yes.
It was nice to have to mark the location of the Squatchers Lounge camp out this last summer.
Yeah, I haven't, being in San Diego, I don't get to go out and do all the fun stuff anymore. So
yeah, well, that may change sometime in the near future. Okay, now next, guys, I've been looking at some of the stuff that are on the campaign pages, Indiegogo, and a lot of the other ones, Kickstarter, and I was looking at campaigns that were already funded, so I didn't show you something that you wouldn't be able to get. But this is pretty slick. The Siesta 4 heat and light blocking tent with fans. It's basically got the solar space covering on it that reflects all the heat off of it so that you can actually stay cool in the summertime during the day while you're laying in there. That way, if you're going to sleep during the daytime and move across the savannah at night, this type of a tent would actually keep you cooler in the summertime. I think it's pretty slick myself. And you can actually get in on the thing for, $333. Gets you that kind of a setup. Yeah. So that's not a bad deal whatsoever. I thought it was cool that it blocks out all the light and lets you sleep during the day. Because me personally, that's one of the things that wakes me up always is the first sunlight. This kind of thing would prevent that, but it still has the airflow and the heat reflecting off of it. I thought it was neat, and it doesn't weigh much at all. I mean, really, doesn't weigh much at all. So you can check that out at Indiegogo if you want to get one of these suckers. I got a lot of camping gear coming up.
Can it protect you from a lion?
No, it cannot. And I don't believe anything short of a gun is going to do that. Podtents.com. These things are neat. They're little modular camping systems. Basically, a family can buy 2 or 3 of these things, get the connecting tunnels, store your gear in one, sleep in another, put the kids in the third, put a dog in the fourth. They're really pretty slick. The pricing of them wasn't really all that bad. They weren't cheap. A basic pod runs 500 pounds, so that's like $675. The mini tent's only 300 pounds, so that's like $425. But these things are made out of like solid material. They got, inner lining. There's a sleeping cell. The pod tunnels are $90 or 90 pounds a piece, so that's like $125 for the connector. Yeah, you say that, but these are lifetime things. These aren't your 3-man tent from Walmart that you're going to buy 9 times.
Yeah, but do you want your tent to be connected to your kid's tent while you're trying to get your squatch on with your lady?
You shouldn't be trying to get your squatch on while your kids are in the next tent pod over, but, that's none of my business.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So, like, this is maybe directed towards a certain audience, I guess. I don't know.
For pod tent campers, but I saw these last year and I wanted to get it out there that they've actually got them and they are available for sale, and they're just neat. So check it out, podtents.com, people. Okay, now we're going to start into some of the other stuff. The night optics for the iPhone 4 and 5, people. Why would you think about an iPhone 4 or 5? Because I can get them for like $50 right now. Everybody's dumping their 4 and 5s to go with these S and the S, or the 6 and the 6 Plus and the new 6S that's coming out. Well, you can add night vision to an old iPhone 5 for $100. Dude, I can't buy a night vision camera for $100. So you take your HD iPhone 5S, add night vision to it. You've got a pretty powerful tool to go out there and go squatching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm not stoked on it because I have a 6 Plus. So
you can get them for the 6 and the 6 Plus, but they're not $105. They're like $300.
Yeah, see.
But you could turn around and get an old 5 and throw this on it for $100. Your bros will probably give you an old 5. Who the hell wants an old 5 now? I don't know, nobody. Well, you can get one of these suckers for $100 and get yourself into some night vision. The Snooper Scope, I have one of these and I dig it. It's not what everybody thinks it is. It says it's a night vision device for your smartphone and your tablet, but it's really not. It's actually a self-contained night vision camera. You put the micro SD card into that sucker, you can turn it on, start the recording, and it runs from that little tiny size. Look at how small that thing is. I should have brought mine out, but unfortunately it's still packed from the move to Sacramento. So these things are really tight, man. You just turn them suckers on and they are, they're 720p. They record decent night vision for next to nothing, and you can Wi-Fi into it with your tablet or your phone and watch it live or record it to your device. That's where the connection between your smartphone and your tablet actually comes in. But these silly Brits, they're trying really hard, but you can get them set up for anything. Your iPhone, the iPad, the Android, it all comes with an app, and it's pretty neat, and they're not very expensive at all. They're under $200, I believe. I bought mine for under $200 anyhow. It should load here in a minute. Well, there you go, $179.
Not bad.
No, and then they've got the $24 for the mounts pack and the car mount and all kind of good stuff. Now you can get them in a bunch of different colors. Now I can only get mine in black, but they're 3D printed. They're pretty solid. They're ABS. Set that sucker up, walk away from it, go sit at camp, and you probably get 50 yards on it. I would say on the Wi-Fi from what I've tested.
As far as you can see anyways.
Right. So put it out 50 yards. You can double your vision out there. Sit into your Wi-Fi every once in a while and take a peek at what's watching you. You can check that out at snooperscope.co.uk, or you can just Google Snooperscope. That's right. All right. This one is really cool. This one's been funded. You can actually get this sucker, the sleeping bag hammock. You hear David and I talk all the time about underquilt, overquilt, this quilt, that quilt. Oh my God, how many things do you have to have for your friggin' hammock system? How many things can you have for your hammock system? Well, this is just one more. It incorporates a sleeping bag into the hammock system. Now, basically, they've combined a fold-up sleeping bag that zips up the center for you. You can unzip it and flip out. So there's no need for an overquilt. and they've put the underquilt underneath you, although they've put the hammock over top of that, which kind of completely defeats the purpose of it. If you're going to be in a cold weather situation, if you're not going to be in a cold situation, this will be perfect. You can run this 3 seasons, and you can get into them for now. The pledges are at $70. $70 gets you an early bird special. 150 people get their bag, and the next one from there up will be $90, and that gets you the limited Dyson bag, which will be 130 on retail. So there's still a bunch of those available. She looks like she's having fun. There's they got the nice zippers in them. They're a neat little deal, and it's all in one hooked up. I am not going to buy one because I already have my under and over quilts, but you can check that one out on Kickstarter. It's called the Sleeping Bag Hammock. And while we're over on Kickstarter, finally, Tusk, the Universal Survival Life by Loyal Blades. When they're already overfunded by 15 grand with 7 days to go, it's probably something to look into. Apparently, it is a European company known for making fantastic blades, and this MFR looks just as good. It's got all kind of stuffs in there: dual lanyard, a hammer, 1/4-inch square, finger coil, spear holes and a notch so you can set it up as a spear. Nice. There's a bit drive socket, a 5-inch ruler, 9 hex wrench set. It's got a drop point blade. It's just the handle is tooled to be a survival tool versus a hollow handle with a bunch of crap inside of it. Okay.
I can fillet an elk and also measure the size of that cockroach I was looking at. Look at the size of that.
Right. Got a flat ground spine so you can use it as a striker. So all you need to carry with you is your ferro rod. And it's really, really a slick tool. Not a gimmick. Look at this. This dude's standing on it. Okay. He baited into the tree and he's standing on it. That's a full tang blade. That's what I'm talking about. So you can check this little monster out over at Kickstarter as well. It was called the Tusk, the Universal Survival Knife, and that's a bad effort. Look at that dude, just wailing on it. Whack, whack.
I'll get behind it if they show a guy my size standing on it.
To be honest with you, the tree would probably give out before the knife would, and that really is the truth of it. And the underwater flashlight, car jump starter, and power bank. Say what the F? Okay, these guys have only been up like 15 days. They're already funded. They got 30 days to go. This thing is amazing. It's like it's got a Cree bulb, so it's got like super bright 4,500 lumens. That's just like, what? My headlamp is a 2,000 lumen, and that some bitch blinds you. I've got a red one that's 5,000 lumen, and I think it'll set your skin on fire. So this is like right underneath the skin on fire one. But it's got a 12,000 milliamp high magnification power polyamp battery. What does that mean? You can jumpstart your car with it. What?
Fuck.
Yeah, dude. You can start your vehicle up to 20 times on a single charge of this friggin' battery. USB charging port, so you can charge it with any of those things. 6 times brighter than any average friggin' flashlight. Shockproof, dustproof, waterproof. What? I can go swimming with this. Dude, we can take it down to Laos Camp at night and go night swimming because it would light up that whole pool.
You would freeze your nuggets off.
Well, you got to go out there in the summertime, of course.
That water's still 30-something degrees.
No, it was 58 degrees, but it's okay. This thing is, it's $150. You can get in on it, $159 roughly. And you can get in on this thing. Yeah, money. Seriously, man. If you've got the spare cash for somebody that needs a survival flashlight in their life, this sucker is the one to have. I want it. I want 2 of them actually. I want one in my squatcher pack, and I want one in the Jeep. Just because, that's friggin' crazy. And I mean, dude, it's straight up. It's like legit. There's your jumper cables. You know, you plug the little connector in and hook this to your battery, and if it don't start, it's not your battery.
Holy shit.
Look, I told you, lights up a whole swimming pool. Look at that thing, man. That is just one little light lighting up the whole pool. That's the kind of stuff that I want to see happening in my world. So check that sucker out. Underwater flashlight car jump starter. You just search for underwater flashlight, it'll pop right up. And that, my friends, is what the Reverend has brought you guys for Black Friday specials. Dude, I'm excited about some of this. I hope my wife watches the show, because some of the I really wouldn't mind having in my squatching pack this year. Dude, tell me about it. All right, so our old pal Wes has been waiting for us to do this for quite some time. So we got a little bit of enlightenment we've been meaning to play for a while. So just sit back and take a listen to this one. And now, Seeking Enlightenment with your old pal Wes. Brought to you by WesLosner.com.
Try not to say fuck as much as I do. If you're going to say fuck, use it right. And don't use it more than once in a sentence, or people will really start fucking flipping out on you and losing their fucking minds. Who these people are, who the fuck knows? Why they don't like the word fuck? Who the fuck cares? Have a great day, everybody. Fuck.
Oh, that's funny with the bleeps.
It's funnier with the bleeps. It really, really is. And I asked our old pal Wes to swing on by and give us a top 10 countdown of his favorite Bigfoot DVDs to be looking for out there. Yes. And of course, the wild card starts out with a porno.
Yes.
That's right. So let's start out with number 10.
Yes. Okay. Because, in my fashion of just upsetting everybody, I wanted to start with porn. So for the adult squatcher out there, The Geek, 1971 is awesome flick for y'all. I haven't seen it, however.
You jackass.
But I got it on the Squatcher Zone, so
there you go. So moving right along. Number 9.
The Monster Quest DVD box set. If you're a Squatcher, you've watched Monster Quest. I'm sorry, but you have. And even though some of the people you've watched on this show have gone down Johnson's portal and started searching for every dollar they can get, it's still an amazing watch, and I suggest you buy the box set.
That's right. The Monster Quest DVD box set at number 9. Coming in at number 8.
Bigfoot vs. DB motherfucking Cooper.
I've never seen this, dude. I have never. Wow. This has to go on friggin' Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly for sure, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I'm not going to kill it for anyone. It's fucking Bigfoot vs. DB Cooper, man.
There we go. Coming in at number 7 is
The Legend of Boggy Creek. How can you not? If you're a squatcher and you have a DVD player, this is probably a part of your collection. Or if you just hate books.
We just hate books. Oh. Okay. Coming in at number 6 is
Bigfoot Road Trip.
That's
I think there's a part 2 you can buy now too.
No, they're working on part 2.
Okay.
It's in editing. It is coming. I have a copy of Bigfoot Road Trip right here on my desk. I don't have a DVD player, but I do have a copy of Bigfoot Road Trip, and I actually bought it and paid for it because I like Cliff that much. Cliff and Flippy, I feel like they're family and they're great. Yes, they do play with puppets, but it's fun.
They are doing a town hall right now in my old hometown of Reading.
Yeah, damn bastards. Okay, coming in at number 5.
The Mysterious Monsters. We did this back when we were Bigfoot Documentaries Uncensored. And this one was one that I did catch on TV when I was younger. And it's just always something that I like. And I've seen it for sale at random places. So it's actually something you can find on DVD. So
Check it out on Amazon. Yeah, do a search for it. Coming in at number 4.
Strange Wilderness. Why not? The shark scene at the end
It's worth it alone. Yeah.
is worth $20.
Oh, this really is such a funny flick. That's one of my favorites. Strange Wilderness for sure. Coming in at number 3.
Number 3. Dear God.
No.
Yes. Now, see, I had never heard of this, and we had did a movie that was just blah, and you recommended it, so I was
Drawing
scared.
Flies. Flies scared you a little bit.
I was scared of the next one. But you promised me it would be Wes. And Dear God, No is amazing. It's amazing. A minute and 27 seconds in, you will know why.
Yeah, it's an amazing flick. It is definitely worth top 3 mention. Dear God, No. Coming in at number 2.
The classic, Harry and the Hendersons. If you ever grew up along the 80s or 90s, you saw either the movie or the TV show. I mean, you know Harry's face. You see that smile. I mean, it's just a movie that you just get. And later on in life, getting more interested in the Squatching thing, you realize some of the things they were doing back then was actually some of the things they're doing now. So it's it's kind of cool.
Southern Oregon habituation area has been shut down due to the vortex.
Yeah.
And finally, coming up at number 1.
Exists. How can you not go wrong? This is exactly what a Bigfoot movie should be. In my, I love found footage, and I think what they did with this movie, and we even had Eduardo Sanchez on our show, and I am not just saying that because we had him on the show, because
we had him on the show because we enjoyed this flick so much.
Because this movie, it was hyped, and it was the hype, and if anybody else says it wasn't, they didn't pay attention. Stop fucking eating your snacks and fucking watch the movie. Pay attention, and you're gonna watch a great fucking movie.
Get me another hot pack, Mom. I'm being a badass on the internet.
And so do this, all right? Buy it on iTunes so your hubby or your lady squatcher or whatever can watch it on their phone. But then also buy them the DVD also, because you got to support a good movie. I think so. I say even buy posters. You see anything exist, buy it.
We start out there a hashtag exists too, and start tagging him in it. Maybe
I
exists
can play
too.
Watch, we're gonna shave Rev, and we're gonna shave Eduardo Sanchez. We're gonna get a bunch of old maple syrup and smother me in the hair. And I'm going to be the background squatch.
We're going to build a Sam Squatch out of friggin' West.
I'm going to save them so much money on the budget, I'm telling you.
Oh my God, boys. We are officially dealing with a fucking Sam Squatch.
Well, that's actually going to wrap it up for the Black Friday edition of the Squatchers Lounge podcast. We miss our buddy David. We will see him next week.
Get better, dude.
Yeah, he's sick, and tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Doesn't that suck? He's been working his ass into the ground just to get sick the day before the day. Check out weslosner.com. He hasn't taken down the sale, so you still got a chance to get in some Black Friday pictures there.
Oh, yeah, no. Speaking of Black Friday, you message me on Facebook about a painting you see on there, and I'll slash the motherfucker even more for Black Friday. I'll get black as shit on that motherfucker. All right? So just message me if you see a painting you like, and we'll talk business.
And we'll strike a deal.
I just wanted to say, since it is Thanksgiving tomorrow, and I know it's a crap holidays for most, but I am thankful to be a part of this show, and for my friends here at the Squatchers Lounge, and our followers, our listeners, our watchers, all of you, even our haters. I love you too, guys. So With that being
Definitely.
said, happy Turkey Day. Get your grub on, y'all. And
Join us Monday night for Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly.
yeah, for whatever the hell fucking movie we're doing next time. I don't know.
We talked about that. Lost Woods, I think it
Oh
is.
yeah, Lost Woods. See,
Lost
people,
Woods is
there we
gonna be
go.
coming up. So I wanted to also say happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there being half heathen. I'm a little shaky on the holiday. You white people kind of chick me off a little bit with this don't let my immigrants into the country type of thing. But whatever. Thanks everybody for watching. This has been an amazing season so far, and it's not quite over yet. For episode 3, season 3, episode 45, I'm the Reverend Jeff, 4-year-old pal Wes. We say thanks for watching. May the Squatch be with you.
And don't worry, David will be back, people. I won't be on this show again. Don't freak out. I know there's probably like 7,000 or 8,000 people flipping out.
Because we all know I'm nothing without Batdorf. More dead air than an AM radio station, but somehow the #1 Bigfoot podcast. Who knew?
But we still love that.
I love them all, man. I'm thankful for every single one of my subscribers.
And that hairy Sasquatch on that picture right there.
Dude, yeah, man. That's Andre the Giant.
Oh,
Black Friday
I thought
shopping. Yeah, that's the bionic Squatch, brother.
Oh, I didn't know he went to a mall.